She's rolling.
Now, start on answer a few questions that were sent in on the comments about the Alrech. And Alrech came to Ireland about 25 years ago. A couple of lads brought them in, I think they were from Cork. Well, they were Sean and Driscoll and the brother, I think. They brought them in. And at the moment there's around 230 or 250 herds in the country. And then we have to start bringing in bulls from France because we're getting a bit tight on the breeding and that, so they wouldn't be getting crossbred. So at the moment I don't know how many cattle there is in Ireland, but most of the people that have around from 30 up to some has around 150 Alrech. They're a very, very good breed for crossing with the Charlies, the Mental, nearly most breeds. Now, there's a man in America looking to see can he cross them with Shorthorn, which probably can. I'd say it would be a nice animal because Shorthorn is a very good breed. Now, there's other questions there now. We'll go to them. We'll talk more about the cattle and the characteristics of them up in the yard later on. We'll just show you one or two animals.
Yeah. Following on that, it has what traits you look for when picking out a heifer for breeding. I'm sure you can show that.
Yeah, we can. We'll show you that up in the yard. You don't want them too big or too fat at the start. Depends on when you buy them. Make sure they're not too well fed anyway. If they're too well fed, they might fall back a bit when you buy them. So we'll show you when we go up the yard about that. Our in-calf heifer, she won at the show, wasn't that, this year, and she's winning over the last 2 years. She's a sunset.
The sun's lovely on her now.
Yeah, the sun is shining in, and this here is hello. This is a maiden, ain't you? She's a maiden, and those other 5 is maidens. They won't be going in calf now until say February, March, or that. They're all very, very quiet. Very quiet. See, that's when they're calves. We'd have them in the sheds and we'd be handling them every day. We'd be in feeding them and that and talking to them. So that makes a big difference when you have to handle them later on.
What age do they usually get pregnant at?
About 18 months, or maybe we like them calving at about 2.9 to 3.
Yeah. We
have a better cow then, a far better cow than letting calve too young. Now, and the Alrech will have a white nozzle right around the nose.
Oh yeah.
The tops of their ears will be black. You can see the tops of their ears. They're black and white nozzle. And Sunset now, she's a stronger heifer. She has good black ears there now. You can even see the difference of a couple of months in them, 4 or 5 months. Now we'll go into the back of them now and we'll have a look at them from behind. Now this is a Sunset. Those are only brought in there a few minutes ago so we could talk about them and show them to you. They never came in yet. They're getting no feeding out in the field, only a bit of silage, and they'll get no more feeding until they're all in calf, until they have their calves.
Yeah, just to keep their weight down, is it?
To keep their weight down. They're inclined to get too heavy if you feed them much at all.
Yeah. There's
another thing about them. The lot have to have a black tail. She's a very, very quiet animal. She's a lovely animal. Look at her from behind here now. Even this one there, you get her there. See the shape on them?
Yeah.
They have the shape.
And
Yeah.
see the way some of their tails is lighter at the end, and hers is
Yeah,
all.
they're a little bit lighter, but they're inside now they're all black. you
Yeah,
know.
it's
They're
lovely
really
hair,
dark. It's just a
like a
yeah.
highlights.
Yeah, then that'll be as black as this one now later on.
Yeah.
Lovely hair, lovely.
When the sun's on them, would they go a little bit lighter?
That's coming out of the summer they'll be a little bit lighter than going into the summer.
Yeah, I get
After the
you.
winter they'll be all not much darker. Then they reckon in Ireland they're going a little bit reddish towards France to be all whitish.
The ginger
But they
coming
reckon
out.
it could be the fading or something. We don't know what changes the colour here. Now you look at Historia at the sunset. You heard it, the hips and her.
Oh yeah.
For breeding now, we like that. Have this here good and square, and see the tails down.
Yeah.
They're down low, nice low tails on them. If you were feeding them well now, they'd get too fat for going in calf, and you wouldn't have as good as a heifer. So let's feed the first year for yearlings, yes, a small bit every day until you're letting them out. Then let them out, then forget about them until they're calves. There's those other two down here. Right there. See how flat this is?
Yeah.
Lovely, right?
Oh yeah.
Nice shape on the leg there.
Oh.
That's it, okay. Now, the very careful, thank you. They can see behind them, believe it or not. Like once they have everything all around you, they can actually see me here, that cow.
Can they?
Or that heifer, yeah.
Wow.
They just look right around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why they probably wouldn't get a fright, because they know that you're there.
Yeah, yeah.
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 Wow, that's really interesting.
Like they wouldn't be. About 3 of them trained now. The rest of them is not trained. She's not trained.
Yeah.
See the shape on that one there.
And what age do you usually would sell them at?
For breeding, we'd be selling them at 18 months.
18 months as well.
Yeah. For anybody wants to buy them.
Would you ever buy a baby, a fresh calf, or would
No. See, you can't sell a calf without the mother, because that's the only way the calf gets fed.
Oh yeah, yeah,
And,
fair.
and the cow has to rear the calf, or the cow will be wasted.
Yeah. Fair.
So she has to do the job to rear the calf. This heifer here, now she's a free martin. She's a free martin. She was a bull, and her she was a twin to a heifer. So she won't. No, was she a twin to a heifer or a bull? A twin to a bull. That's
Oh.
why, yeah, that's why she won't breed.
So yeah, the free martins, when they get the bit of DNA from the other bull, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it. That's why she's a little bit. She wouldn't be on the same shape
As them lads
those
or
other
them
ones.
women.
No. Going to stay out until the weather gets very, very, very bad, and
No.
then we'll bring them in. Only if we have to.
Yeah.
They love that being out. They carry maybe 5 or 6 there in this part of the field every winter out out there.
See ya. Well done. Oh, other way. I'll stay right here. Keep myself nice and safe back here. You get this question a lot, but are they a milking herd?
No, they're not a milking herd. They're more beef, and they do a good job on their calf. They have a very rich milk. In France, they use it for making cheese and that. And we can show you a photograph or two from France with some of the herds over there as well.
See the way you said that they're the milk and cheese. You know the cows that are white and black? Would they be more beef cows then?
No, they're white and black, they're dairy. They're the dairy herd. They're the Friesians.
Okay.
Yeah, and a British Friesian is a good cow. But they're only farm milk. Very, very hard to weigh, and but you will if you stuff them.
Someone said, why do you keep so many bulls? Do you sell the bulls for breeding?
Yes, we have to keep the bulls until they're 18 months or maybe 2 years to get them up to size and that. You can sell them younger, people buys them younger, which is a good idea, and let them in with their herd, and the bull gets used to where they're going and to the animals, and people's looking after them. I think that's a better idea for the farmer to buy a bull younger.
Yeah.
But the main thing about bulls is they're going for breeding, don't pack them, because you could stun them. If they stop getting fed where they're going, they might stop growing. Just feed them natural and let them get to size first.
Dad, why don't you get a horse?
Well, Bridget had a few horses in her day, or partnership with horses, and they had good luck with some of them, and bad luck with more. And they wanted him a Swift Mark. They never lost money on him. But I don't know about the rest of them. Yeah.
Someone asked, where did you get your hat? Your Alrech one?
The Alrech hat, and we have our own jackets as well, belong to the herd row, and then imprinted on it and that. The hat came from the Alrech Society. They used to have good selection one time, but I'm not in on it now, so I don't know what to have.
Does Grandad have any pets inside the house?
We have a couple of cats that roams all around outside, and we can leave the door open, and no, they will not come in themselves. And that was just from saying, no, you can't come in. They're under my feet when I'm out in the yard, and till I feed them, when I feed them, then they go about their business. So no, we have a cuckoo. It might go now shortly. We brought him in and counted the bird flu. You could see him up on the wall there.
He's come out every hour?
He comes out every hour, yeah. Day or night. The bird flu has him up there.
Someone asked, what do you think about goats?
Goats, they're okay in the right places.
Yeah.
On mountains and that. You don't want to have vegetables or little trees or anything like that coming on a new hedge down. But goats is grand in their own spot.
Will there be a lot of goat farmers in Ireland? Or?
There is a few, good few.
But it's mainly for the cheese, isn't it?
It's mainly for milk.
Milk? Oh.
Yes. And I think there's a goat place up around Mayo someplace. Is it Irish Goat or something they call it? Or Goat Ireland or something like that. I think they breed them and kill them and sell them to shops and that.
I've never had goat before.
I rather did I? No.
I tried goat cheese, but I didn't like it.
Yeah.
Someone asked, show us how to get started with the garden. I'm guessing it's the first time.
Yes, there's a good few. We have a good few replies back about gardening and kind of seeing what vegetables we've done early this year. Which anyone that want to start gardening, they'd want to really start now. If it's ground that wasn't used for gardening before, they'd want to dig it and have it turned over for the winter and have it ready for March. If it's really bad, what you do is get a cover or a big lump of black plastic polythene and put it out on the area, throw stones on it here and there that you can pick up handy enough, and don't let in the light or the sun or anything like that. And that'll smother all the grass and weeds that's underneath, and then start digging at the end of February or early March. And then we'll start in first week in March, then we'll give you a bit more knowledge about what I do. I'm not a real good gardener at night time, I'll stop it and then, you know, if it grows. We'll show you, I got out my potatoes this year, or this last week.
Oh, there's the cuckoo.
There's the cuckoo. His battery went last week, so I didn't reset him on the time yet. I'll have to wait until at night time I'd stop it and then put it back on proper time. And yeah. The garden, yes, once you cover down the grass with the black polythene and that and keep the wind from blowing it off, that'll kill everything underneath.
So you do that before
you do that. You want to be doing it now, so it'll be ready for March. Yeah.
No more questions.
We were over in France there a couple of years ago. We were after being over there maybe 4 or 5 times, and it's very good when you go over. The farmers would get a bus, and it'd be about 30 of us, and we go around to 2 or 3 different farms, and people would be very nice. They bring us around to show us all the cattle, and most of them has in the hotels we'd be staying, they'd have photographs up, and we take photographs of them. I think this is down in Claremont. That one, this photograph here was. That's their tradition every year. I'll have a look at with the cattle. They do up the cow with the bell and that, and in May they hunt them out, and each family brings up their own cattle up the mountain, and they're bred for the mountain. And they bring them up there and leave them up there for 5-6 months until the weather breaks. And when the weather breaks, bring them back down.
What's different about breeding them up on the mountain?
They say that they have a shorter leg than most of the cattle.
Oh, okay.
So they have good wide hooves, and that they don't tear up the ground as much. So that's why they have little short legs. So what one man said to me years ago, is you get no money for daylight. But it was only later years I realised what he meant. Yeah. They no use having a big animal looking 4 legs and no body.
Yeah.
This is another area more down near the sea and that.
It's a lovely picture.
Yeah, and this is the cow over here now. That's the cow. She has the bell there all the time.
Yeah.
And everyone you see now will have horns. They all have horns. That's very, very likely story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lovely photo, that one.
Yeah. We have one here from, I forget where we were, that area we were in. They actually had them 2 animals tied up in the yard, and they were just standing there, and what to do, they leave the stick standing up in between them, and the animals will stay there all day long until you take back that stick.
And see them things on their head? What?
That's sort of a harness on their heads. That's timber that were cut out and grooved, and they use it for ploughing, harrowing, and things like that. Years ago they used to use the cows for doing that.
That wouldn't hurt them, would it?
It would not hurt them, no. The strength of them now would be unreal.
Yeah.
Yeah. The old bogey and the hay in there and that.
Jeez, that is all, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. That's the drive when we go to France. This one here is Iowa, I think it is, and it's up part of the mountain. It's a farm up there, and you see them now with the legs is very strong. They're short but very strong at that. They're a lovely animal. You see the depth of them, cows.
Yeah.
Every one of them. No sculling there.
What's sculling?
That's taking off their horns, cutting them off. And most of them has bells. Not every one of them now, but most of them would have bells. You wouldn't see a full herd unless there'd be 2 or 3 cows with bells in them on the bull.
And is the bells is for when the fog comes, isn't it?
Yes, it's what one chap says to me. He says, I said, when do you put bells on them? He says, during the foggy weather and that, they're up the mountain and we can hear the bells ringing. And another fellow beside him says, that's because their horns doesn't work. You hear no beeping. No.